Hey guys, Patrick here with ESEE Knives Rentals Adventure Training. Out here in the Cohota Wilderness with Shane. We're going to do some camping. Figure we'd show you a few tips and tricks along the way. When it comes to processing wood for fire, there's maybe times where all you have is a knife and everything may be wet, the outside may be soaking wet. What you're trying to do is get to the dry inside. In a lot of our knife videos, you see us doing a lot of batoning, Feathersticks, etc. So we'll show you how it's done. We've got a nice piece of tulip poplar. The outside could be soaking wet. I need to process it down and increase the surface area of the dry stuff inside. To do that, I find where the knife will go best and still have a little bit sticking out. Get something softer than the steel you're using, so don't beat it with a rock unless you absolutely have to. Another piece of wood, something like that's fine. I'm going to pound it straight down in the wood. Once I get started, I'm going to lock this elbow, lock this wrist, and try to hit that last little piece sticking out there. Once you get it started, I'm going to keep this elbow locked, keep this wrist locked. I'm applying downward pressure here as I hit the tip of the blade that's still sticking out of the wood. Once I get it down so far, if you've got another piece of wood or a stump, something you can rest it on, you don't ever want to drive the edge of your knife down into the dirt. It can hit a rock, grit, something like that, chip, damage the edge. Once you get it in most of the way through, you can just rotate your wrist and separate the wood. Now we'll need to continue to process this on down to increase the surface area of the dry interior that we're working with. Same thing, locked elbow, locked wrist, hit it directly on top of the spine. I'm applying downward pressure as I process down through it. When you get some thin pieces like this, you can reverse your blade, tip down, edge away from you. And all I'm doing is pounding it into the wood. Once you've got it processed down pretty good, keep in mind your different fuel sizes that you're wanting. You want to start out with toothpick thickness, pencil thickness, finger thickness, thumb thickness, wrist thickness, and work your way up. You always need plenty of the small stuff, and you need it burning good and hot before you add the next size up. So I would want plenty of this size. And I would also save some this size. People always ask why we do Feathersticks. Well, that really speeds up the process when you're getting your fire lit. Once I've got pieces this size, I'm going to find a corner, and I'm going to run the blade along that corner, making the curl. If you can't get it to stay on the wood, that's fine. If it's dry, keep it dry, save it. It all goes in the fire. If you can't keep the shavings staying on the stick, if they keep coming off, that's fine. Keep them dry. If you got a shamag, bandana, hat, anything like that to lay them on, keep them up off the wet ground. I'm going to find that corner, brace it on something, locking my elbow and my wrist, and I'm just leaning down, shaving that corner off. Once I get to the bottom, I'm going to tilt the knife out just a little bit, and that creates a little bit of a stop cut. The next cut, I'm not going to go in the same place, on top of that flat. Each time you go down, it makes a flat with two corners. I'm going to rotate this and take that next corner off. So you're constantly rotating this, hitting the corners. All this is from the same piece of wood. When everything's soaking wet and you find a piece of standing dead wood that you can process down, get to the dry inside. We've got our Feathersticks. That can take the place of the toothpick thickness if you can't find any dry twigs. We've got pencil thickness and then finger and thumb thickness, all from one piece. I also like making one of the feather bundles just as thin as possible, and that's what we're going to get to take the spark if we didn't have any dry tinder or anything. We ran into our good friends at SHOT Show from Exotac, and they were kind enough to give us a couple of the Titan lighters, waterproof lighters. So we're going to use that to light it. This is when you would slowly start adding your feather sticks. Remember, heat and flame travel up, so you don't want to build your fire flat. You don't want to pile on too much too fast. You have to slowly feed it, but not so slowly that it dies out on you. We got all our pencil thick pieces. We'll start adding those. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel and check us out on Vero. Thanks, guys.